The corner, the corner, the corner. Hey, welcome. Come on into Cousin Ed's Corner. This podcast is where you will find real, authentic conversation, organic conversation, like you're at home with your cousin. It's about life, it's about finance, it's about spirituality, it's about love, and everything in between. I'm your host, Cousin Ed. I'm excited to bring you along on this journey to explore life. Listen, let's sit back and enjoy a wide range of topics. I have some diverse guests coming on, a wide range of spectrum of thoughts. My goal is to create a space for all of us to connect, all of us to learn each other, and all of us to communicate. It's really not about me. It's about the community as a whole. Let's enjoy this. Let's sit back. Let's think about our past. Let's move into our future. It's about the corner, the corner, the corner. So no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all here together. I'm just here to give you a piece of my heart, my mind, my soul, and my mentals. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another episode of Cousin Ed's Corner. The corner, the corner, the corner. What's going on, fam? What's going on? It's your boy, Cousin Ed. Yes, indeed. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. We're back. We're back with another one. It is a Wind Down Wednesday over here at Cousin Ed's Corner. Wind Down Wednesday. Grab yourself a glass of wine or some beverage to put in your glass. We over here just getting through hump day, getting through the week, trying to make it a Friday and move on from there. So want to thank each and every one of you. The last few shows, I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of thoughts. Definitely thank you. As Jay would say, you far too kind. I appreciate your responses. If you haven't heard the last two shows, definitely go and check those two shows out. It's all these shows are gonna be me just talking, me organically giving you the raw, uncut Cousin Ed. With the last two shows, definitely, it's a piece of me. It's a piece of me. So definitely check it out if you haven't. But definitely everyone who's responded, I appreciate you. Anyone who has, we did have a winner of the book gifting for Latoya Cooper, the book about breast cancer survival. We did have a winner. I will officially announce it maybe Friday. They did receive their book, so definitely much appreciation to everyone who participated. If you need a copy of the book, please be sure to check out, or if you want to gift the copy to someone else, please be sure to check out her information or reach out to me and I'll get you in contact with her. There's a lot of people out here that are survivors, that's thriving, going through the times of remission and just going through chemo, things to that matter. Speaking of chemo, the chemo care packages that went out from one of our listeners, one of our family, friends and family of the show, Stacy Carter Lane. You can reach out to her. I believe she's still putting those together and getting those out. So definitely reach out to her. So like I said, today's show is a wind down. I do have something in my cup. Not going to tell you what it is. I will say it's brown. And I am getting ready for my son to watch him play a college game online. And a lot of my former players are in college now, and I'm watching them play. So I'm going to wind down and enjoy my night and just bask in the presence of having them on the screen. May not be big screen for all of them, but screen, watching them play. So I'm just going to sit and enjoy some of the fruits of my labor, but fruits of their parents' labor, and just the game in general. Just knowing what it takes to get that far watching them play. So I'm definitely going to appreciate that and watch them in that aspect. But today's show, I know it took a little longer to get to the point of today's show. I want to talk about mind, not time. Your mind, not your time. Another saying for this is working smarter, not harder. Smarter, not harder. And I was going through this and talking to somebody, and we were talking about, I always give the analogy of one of my roles I had in corporate America was a technical support manager or a network manager, or however you want to say it. And some people will get mad at us in that role, or any technical person in that role who may not work a 9 to 5, right? May not work the complete hours, and we are considered, I'm gonna say hired guns, right? So, not to disrespect anyone out there who is in any kind of law enforcement or any kind of security, any kind of armed forces. So I'm not saying that, but we are hired for our mind to troubleshoot and take care of troubles when they come up. Another analogy I give, we're like firefighters. We're in the firehouse, we're cleaning the truck, we're making dinner, and the alarm goes off. You want us to be able to respond to those fires that happen. So maybe a poor taste of analogies, but that's the best I can give, that I can see it as how we sit there and be ready when time comes. And given that analogy, it was said mind, not time, right? So we get paid for our expertise, and we all want to get to that point where we can step away from the hard laboring tasks and get paid for our mind, right? Get paid for our intellectual property. So if you are a hairdresser, yes, you stand on your feet 9, 10, 12 hours a day, but when you can train another tech to possibly go and wash the hair and get them blow dried and ready for you, that gives you back some of your time equity, right? So you train somebody, they can do that for you. You can move on to something else. Maybe while they're doing that, you're doing your bookkeeping for that time being until they're ready for you to come and wash. I really believe in training apprentices. So even in a hard trade such as carpentry or concrete pouring, whatever you can do to train somebody else, apprentice, to do those things for you, it may take some of the sweat equity out of it for you. So using your mind versus your time, or changing your actual career to say, how can I use my mind? Now I may be a consultant on property management, or consultant on real estate, or engineer on building a building, building a bridge, whatever it is, how you're using your mind versus your time and your energy. We want to get to the point where we can retire and our mind makes more money than our time, right? So the time it took me to go to work, right? The time it took me to do the job, I'm sitting now and I'm able to do other things and I'm still getting paid. Mind versus time, right? We want to find ways and inclusion of adding new things to our mind that brings value to us, right? That we can get more time in our life to increase our capacity of learning, right? So maybe not mind, not time, but you want to increase your mind space of learning new things, right? It gives you the ability to possibly shift to something else. Mind, not time. And another thing I can say about that, don't use my time for foolishness, right? So knowing when your time is more valuable than the time. So I give you another analogy, another story from I didn't know I was doing this, right? I was working for a air conditioning guy. This is when I was in high school. I took HVAC. Some of you may have heard that story. But I'm working for an air conditioning guy, and I'm doing manual labor, going and cleaning ACs, picking up ACs, repairing ACs, all in New York, right? So sometimes you have to go up flights of stairs with ACs, sometimes you're on top of a roof, all this stuff. And I got to the point where I said, I need to figure a way that I can make the same money, but less effort. And I hooked up with a gentleman who was, this is back in the day, to tell you how old I am, who was selling pagers, right? He worked for, I want to say a Mirrornet. It was Prime PageNet, whatever it was. But he was one of the managers. He had his own office. And when I got my page, he was like, if you know anybody, then bring them to me. I said, let me be the middleman. I don't want to bring them to you. I'll bring you the contracts. You in the paper, I get it filled out. Let me know how much I can make on the markup. And I started selling pagers. I started making enough money from using my mind, right? Selling pagers, than going out doing the physical labor. And I was able to brand my own, my own pager business under his business, but using his resources. And instead of me having to go lift AC, I was lifting a pen, having people sign contracts. I had all of, not all, my flyers went out to postal service people, firefighters, police stations. So any civil job that was in New York, my name was out there. I got plugged in with them, with their unions and with some of the local people, that if you want a pager, hey, contact Ed. And I was able to run around. Now I'm using more time running around getting the contracts, but all I'm doing is driving, having people sign contracts. So mind versus time. How can you maybe reinvent or change your life that is more rewarding and not as hard labor than what you normally would do? So I'm going to end on that. Hey guys, I love you. This is your boy, Cousin Ed. Don't forget, no matter how you cut it or slice it, we're all in this together. And what I want to ask you always, what I'm going to ask you, please, what I want to ask you to do, definitely share the show with your friends, family, and loved ones. And if you see value in what we're doing over here at Cousin Ed's Corner, please, please, please reach out to us. Let us know you see value in it. And you can 762-333-2032. That's 762-333-2032. And or email us at info@cousinedscorner.com. That's info@cousinedscorner.com. Let us know what you think of what we're doing over here, right? Love you. Have a great, safe rest of your weekend. I'll see you on Friday. Peace. Thank you for listening to Cousin Ed's Corner.